Hello, my name's Justin Anderson, and I'm here this evening with my illustrious, intelligent, and beautiful wife, Katie Anderson, and we are so excited to be here tonight supporting the Washington County Arts Council with all of you. Katie, why don't you tell them what we're making tonight?
So tonight we are making a family favorite dish called chicken Parisienne. Ooh la la. You would think we're French, we're not, we're Irish, but this is still a family favorite. And it's a great crowd pleaser. We love to bake it when we're entertaining. It smells delicious, it tastes delicious, it's a feast for the senses. So we're really excited to share it with you tonight. In the interest of saving time, the chicken does have to bake for an hour, so we do already have it in a preheated oven, and the oven should be preheated to 450. So it's already in there at 450, and we're gonna go ahead and whip up the sauce, and then we're gonna add it to the chicken and show you how it all comes together.
We're gonna whip up that sauce. Let's do it.
We're gonna do it. Okay.
All right, let's get started.
All right, I'm sort of nervous about this part. This looks like something from chemistry. Woo! We've got fire. Okay. So,
I believe it's
the
on.
first thing that we're going to do is we are going to put all of our ingredients into a saucepan. So the first thing that we're going to put in is water, because we're going to have a hot pan here. So
How much water is that, honey?
That is 1 cup of water. So if you can toss that in there, that would be
Just
lovely.
toss it?
Well, I mean, yeah, pour it
Oh,
gently.
this is already very hot. This is an incredible burner.
We'll see how this goes.
I'm gonna sit this back
I will
here.
say, when I make this at home, I'd say 75% of the time it overflows on my stove, so stay tuned. The next thing that we're going to do is use 2 8-ounce jars of currant jelly.
And we just so happen to have a 16-ounce jar of currant jelly.
Amazing. But this is what I wanted to say. So currant jelly is sometimes really hard to find. We actually had to order ours on Amazon a couple weeks ago when we made this.
We totally wanted
delicious.
to buy this from a small business. We just couldn't find it, so we had to go with Amazon.
We're going to need a spoon to get this
We're
out
gonna
of
need a
there.
spoon. Look at that. Okay, let's find a spoon.
Over there, I think.
Over here. Oh.
It's hard to cook in a kitchen that's not yours.
This here?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to fit in the jar, but we're going to give it a go.
Okay, let's already here. So we're just.
Okay,
no?
go ahead. Yeah.
It's not the best fit, but we're gonna roll with it.
I'm actually going to turn this down while we're doing this.
Now, if we were at home, you'd have children running around screaming, acting crazy, and
Yeah,
it would
this
be
is so much
phenomenal.
calmer.
Yeah, this is great. I promise I'm almost done. There we go. 16 ounces of currant jelly. I have a question for you.
Okay, can I have that spoon?
You're very intelligent. Why do they call it current jelly and not previous or future jelly?
You're so funny. This is what I live with, guys. Puns, all the time puns. All the puns. Okay, the next thing that we need,
Fine, don't answer me.
we need a tablespoon of cornstarch.
A tablespoon of cornstarch. Coming right up.
Yes, sir.
Which one is the cornstarch? This right here?
That is the cornstarch. Well done.
Oh my gracious.
Actually, you know what? Let's hold off on the cornstarch for a second.
Do you think I'm too dangerous for cornstarch?
I don't know. Let's do the Worcestershire sauce. Is
Say
that
it again.
right?
Say it again.
I don't know. My grandmother always said Worcester sauce, and so I grew up thinking that's what it was called.
But we don't
people
live in
call
Worcester.
it everything. Worcestershire, Worcestershire, Worcestershire.
This is the
so many
Worcestershire sauce.
letters in it. Okay. So
So
we're
how
gonna
much
go
do we
ahead.
need?
We're gonna add that in. This is
It's already measured out.
2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce.
Take it from her, folks.
We need 2 teaspoons of allspice, which makes it smell delicious. This dish smells so good.
None of this looks like my deodorant.
Everybody in
what
here
are we
can-
doing here? Is this the Old Spice?
Should be allspice, not Old Spice. That would be a very different dish. Though
Okay.
maybe, I don't know.
Are you ready?
Go for it.
Just pour it in.
Yes, just
Okay.
pour it in.
Very good.
Okay. Then we need 2 teaspoons of salt.
2 teaspoons of salt.
Let's do this here.
Do we also have pepper in this recipe?
We do, salt and pepper. If you want to like
It looks
throw
like
it
these
in.
crazy folks have
all
actually
at one time?
prepared
a salt and pepper
together.
mix.
Ah,
So when you're doing it at home, you're going to use 2 teaspoons of salt and a half a teaspoon of pepper.
look at this. Well prepared.
That felt like a lot of pepper. I'm gonna sneeze
We
over
like
here.
it spicy, Mama.
What do we have left here? We have lemon juice. So a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Doesn't feel big enough to be a 1/4 cup, does it? It is. I'm sure it is.
1/4 cup,
We
1/4.
didn't measure it previously, so you know.
Absolutely is a 1/4 cup. And there we go.
My assistant is a little slow on the pouring here. This usually comes together a little faster.
Because
And-
she's usually doing it, not me.
True story.
I'm rounding the kids up.
And last but not least is the cornstarch.
Okay. And this is going to what? Thicken it up?
It's going
is
to
that correct?
thicken it up a little bit.
Okay. Booyah.
Okay, so we are going to bring this to a boil. And this is when you want to stick around your pan. Like I was saying, I have overflowed it so many times because I'll step away for a second and it can happen very, very fast. So we're going to
Holy
move
smokes.
the table. We're going to attempt to not pour boiling hot liquid onto each other.
Let's not do
so
that.
So let's not lean on the table. How's that sound? We're going to mix it up. We're going to whisk it up, get all of the currant jelly all mixed in here.
This looks amazing. I can't wait to pour this
So,
in the chicken.
so delicious.
What do you call a chicken that tells jokes? A comedy hen. Did you like that?
Great.
Thank you.
I don't think I should have bought you that dad joke book a couple years ago. I think that was
I'm glad you did.
my fatal flaw.
I'm glad you did.
Okay, so we're going to talk really briefly about the chicken. So the chicken, the recipe calls for thighs, chicken thighs, skin on thighs.
Meaty thighs.
Meaty, we like thick thighs up in here.
Thick thighs.
Thick, meaty thighs. And you can do that, or you could have skinless if you want to, if you're like trying to cut the calories. But this is not the recipe to cut the calories on because the skin is what makes this chicken delicious. So we advocate for skin on thighs, bone in. A whole dish full. Okay, I think we can call this a day. I don't like just setting this on the table here. This is against my. Okay, so I'm turn this off. I almost grabbed it. Almost had an injury. Okay, so I'm gonna pick this up and then I'm gonna slide this out of the way. And if you want to slide this over,
Slide it where?
there.
Right here, right in the middle of the table.
Okay, so we have our chicken and we're literally just gonna pour it over it. Like it's pretty. Oh, that was so hot.
Sorry about that.
Oh my gosh.
And we're pretending that this is raw chicken. Is that correct?
I mean,
Because as you can see, the camera doesn't lie.
yeah, in the interest of saving time, so
Yes, absolutely.
here we are. So we're gonna put this.
Just imagine a bunch more meaty thighs in this pan right here.
So we're gonna put this in the oven for 15 minutes. We're not gonna touch it. And then we're gonna reduce the heat and then we're gonna baste it frequently. You don't need like a fancy turkey baster. You can just like take your spoon and, over.
And just kind of zhuzh it over the top.
Yeah,
Is
you
that
can
correct?
zhuzh it.
And how often do you baste it?
I don't know, like every 15 minutes or so. Like check it. Don't just walk away for an hour.
All right.
So Justin is gonna put this in the oven.
Okay, very hot, very
Carefully.
hot, very hot. Okay, so at this point, we would be doing what?
I don't know, staring at each other lovingly.
Well, let's just pretend that we're at home. So what would we be doing right now?
I mean, if I were at home, I would be like, wow, this is a really great time to water our plants that we bought at Sprout Plants and Things.
Sprout in Williamsport. Well, we obviously don't have any plants here tonight, so we really can't do that.
And yet,
Oh,
always prepared over
Okay.
here.
how did
Look
you
at
bring?
that.
We came together. I don't understand how you did that,
I mean,
but I guess I'll roll with it.
can be a little bit oblivious now and then. So yeah, we're just gonna,
Ladies and gentlemen, she bought these plants at Sprout Plants and Things in Williamsport. That's 5 North Conococheague Street in historic Williamsport, Maryland. Well done.
a little time filler there. So we have a lot more plants at home, so this would take a longer time.
When she decided that she wanted
Bring
to
them
open a
all.
plant shop, I'm thinking, does she like plants that much? So I started walking around the house and I counted 80 plants and I said, okay, she's serious. I'm gonna go get that out of the oven.
Perfect.
I think it's done.
It's magic of
Here we
television.
go. And take my, there it is.
I don't think Chef is going to be very happy with the dirt that I have left everywhere.
I'm actually plating it right now.
Wow.
Here we go. Oh, the
well done,
finished
you.
product. How
Well
beautiful
done, you.
is that?
So pretty. So you can see that this plate is covered in sauce.
Covered.
Your guests, your eaters is not the word.
Your guests.
The people who are eating this dinner are going to want more sauce all the time.
The
So
more
I
the merrier.
suggest having it on the table for them to pour over. But when you serve it, we do serve it atop the rice and we pour the sauce over the top of it. And we are serving it tonight with some roasted asparagus. You could use any vegetable that you want. I suggest something green, just looks the nicest. gives it a little bit of color. But this skin will be nice and crispy. It'll be so tasty.
So tasty.
And I am so hungry.
I am pretty hungry too. Let's do shots of that sauce.
So that's that.
This is the finished product. We really hope you enjoyed. I know you've sat through listening to us talk for a while. We hope you enjoy your chicken. Chicken Parisienne.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.